My freshman year is over. Last week I finished my freshman year of college at the University of Alabama, and it was really cool. It was an awesome year and I learned so much. I'm a music performance major and I basically spent the last 10 months in a practice room trying to get as good as I can at my instrument, tuba. On August 4th, 2016, I moved into Patey Hall, which is debatably one of the worst dorms on campus, and it wasn't a great dorm. Like, for example, the last week of school during finals week, I was up 4 times in a row by fire alarms, just people being dumb. It was a rough time, but I got through it. I had to move in earlier than most people because I was in the $1 Million Band this year, and I moved in for band camp. And it was really tough, but it was actually a lot easier than I remember high school band camp being, which is weird. I would think it would be harder, but I mean, it was easier, but then by the end of it, we were still just exhausted and on our backs. Being part of the MDB meant that I got to travel all over the place this year, and our first game was in Dallas, and we loaded up the tubas, got on the bus, and rode straight there for 10 hours, and it was a rough time, but honestly, if you didn't make friends during band camp, if you're on a bus with 10 hours with somebody, you're gonna have, best friends, and by the end of that bus ride, everybody was just as close as we can be. And it was a lot of fun, but it was a 10-hour bus ride. The day of the game was crazy. We basically drove for 10 hours, then slept for several hours, and then we just woke up and rehearsal, then the stadium, and when we saw the stadium for the first time, I mean, it was huge. It was the biggest stadium I had ever seen, and it was kind of crazy thinking I was about to play in it, and when I saw the field and all the people there, I mean, it was the first time I'd ever done anything like that, and I was actually nervous. I wasn't expecting to be nervous, but it wasn't nervous that I would mess up. It was more of a nervous that I was going to let the team that I'd been working with the past few months down. But it was just amazing. I'm so happy that I've been able to do that. Then, a week after that game, I had my first game at Bryant Denny Stadium, and that was crazy. I was even more nervous for that one, just because, I mean, that's something that I'm a part of now, and it was kind of new to me, because everybody, $1 Million Band, that's awesome. But, I mean, I'm there, Bryant Denny, not many people are on the field, and there I was on the field. Game days are painfully long. We spend all day in the sun, I'm holding a tuba, lifting it up and down all day long, and it's a long day, but it's a fun day. By the end of it, you're like, all right, well, this was a good day, and we won most of the time this year, so that was good, except for the national championship. But, no, we're not going to talk about that. After all the games, I would go back to Patey, where I would be greeted by my wonderful roommate. His name was Aaron. That was his English name, but his Chinese name, the name that was on the form I got when I moved in, it was Hao. So I don't really know how that works, but it was kind of hard to get to know him because he had a very thick accent and he didn't speak English amazingly well. So, I mean, it was just kind of like we were living in a room together for 10 months, and I don't know much about him. I think he was an engineering major, and he wasn't like decided what kind of engineer, but the thing was he never went to class. Like, as far as I knew, he was just always in the room. He stayed up all night long yelling Chinese. He played League of Legends and Dota and all those kind of games. Spent all night playing and yelling. Couldn't tell what he was yelling, but sometimes you could hear the occasional like English word thrown in there and just like cuss words and
有没有要啊？我要补一个状态，补一个状态给我。
it was crazy, but like I said, he was just always in the room sleeping. He would wake up at 11 p.m. at night and then be up all night and be awake when I woke up and then be in bed by like 2. It was weird. Since I had a roommate who slept all day, I couldn't really turn the lights on, and I didn't want to spend much time in the dorm, which actually worked out fine because I was a music major, and I found out this year that that's super tough and super time consuming. I mean, when I came into it, I was like, alright, this is going to be great, super easy, I'm just going to play 2 ball a day. So, I mean, I do play 2 ball a day, but there's all kinds of classes that I had to study for, and I'm a lot better at this stuff, and I feel like I'm definitely more musical, but it was tough. I mean, every day I would wake up, make a peanut butter sandwich, and then go out to Moody for 10 hours a day or more. I mean, my spring semester, I honestly was there from 9 to 9, and some days were just very, very hectic. But it was a great time, and I feel like I'm a better musician. I hope so, at least. So, I mean, it was a tough time. My usual day just consisted of I would go to Moody, practice, then go to theory, then go to my music and world cultures class, and then I would practice, and then I would play some piano, then I would practice, and then I would practice, and then I would practice. You see a trend here? It's just a lot of practicing. That was basically what my year consisted of, but it was a lot of fun. Like, people ask me all the time, oh, how do you practice all day? But these are the engineers that spend all day doing math. I couldn't do that. That's insane to me. But I mean, it was a great year. Just lots of tuba playing. Alright guys, that's going to wrap up this video. I mean, I learned a lot about music this year, and I kind of wanted to give you a synopsis of what my college life was like. I want to take that music that I learned and put it into this channel and make this about music. So if you like that idea, please subscribe. That would be awesome, and it would mean a lot to me. I'm going to go practice and make life musical. See you next time.